Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to talk to y'all about what happened at the hospital. Anyway, if y'all don't know, I was at the hospital. I went to the hospital, not now, no. It was back in 2016. I went to the hospital for the first time in a while as a patient. So, if y'all don't know, I'm terrified of hospitals. Meaning, when I say I'm terrified of hospitals, I'm deeply terrified of hospitals. Now, it's like, okay, Sam and Gobi is my favorite YouTubers ever. And they're my favorite people on YouTube ever. So it's I'm deeply terrified of hospitals. No matter if they go to the hospitals with me, I won't go in. I'm terrified of them. I'm I'm terrified of the hospital part, but I'm deeply terrified of the ER part, emergency room. Oh my goodness, I'm so terrified. So it's like, obviously over the years, I went to the hospitals, one as a patient, and two just as a loved one supporting a loved one. So, anyway, I went, this is my two previous experience at the hospital as a patient. One, when I was 4 months old, I had pneumonia, and, yeah, I had pneumonia. If y'all don't know what pneumonia is, pneumonia is real to have fluid in the in your lungs, and to wash it away you need antibiotics and everything like that. So anyway, I was in the hospital for a month, a good month all together, because um 2 weeks, I, for 2 weeks I was in the hospital. Then they thought that I was okay to go home and everything like that. So my mom took me home, and then my mom automatically knew I wasn't fine, I wasn't okay. So we went back to the hospital for 2 more weeks. So altogether was a month in the hospital. So y'all probably know how I know it, and I know the details too. I like how I know it. One, I'm smart. Like number two, like my mom said, I have an elephant brain. Like I remember stuff that happened years ago and everything like that. Number three, it was an monumental thing that happened to me and everything like that. So anyway, that's why now I really have to be very careful when I get sick. No matter what sickness I have to be careful, and I also have to be careful going swimming and quickly changing out of my wet clothes from swimming so I won't have a pneumonia again. And second, when I was 10 years old, I blacked out at school. I um I think I made a video about it, but if not, I will make Daryl in another video how that happened. But anyway, okay, in 2016, um, I started. I developed a lump. Now, I first of all I developed an ear infection. It started out really simple ear infection, so I really didn't do nothing about it. I didn't um really tell my mom. I mean, because I deal with ear infections on daily, literally monthly. I deal with ear infections, either in this ear or this ear. If y'all see this is paint. I was painting today too, so that's why I'm still having this shirt on, because this is my painting shirt. So basically, to let your guys know, I'm not wearing clothes day to day. No, I paint in this shirt and I paint today. So yeah. So anyway, anyway, I was experiencing having an ear infection, and I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought that, okay, I'm going to have an ear infection for like 3 days, and that's it. Now, after a week, it wasn't getting better. I mean, it wasn't really hurting real. I needed to like ask my mom to go to take me to patient first, because that's what, oh my gosh, that's what usually I we do. We usually go to patient first if we don't feel, if first of all, if I don't feel like going like all the way to Baltimore to go to John Hopkins, or I mean, because we don't live in Baltimore, so meaning that every time I get an ear infection, we will have to drive an hour there, hour back, and everything like that. Or if I don't feel like going to Landover, no, College Park, and everything like that. So anyway, um, so I didn't tell my mom I have I was having an ear infection. We went swimming. Um, I didn't tell my mom for really 4 reasons. One, I automatically knew that we was going to probably have to go to John Hopkins Hospital and sit there for a long time, whatever, or we have to go to College Park, um, or, um, and we basically have to cancel our plans for that weekend. And number four, I couldn't go swimming. So I didn't tell my mom I had an ear infection. So anyway, we went swimming, and literally after we went swimming, after we got out of the swimming pool, my to start to get ready to go, my ear, the ear that I was having the ear infection in was painful so much. Like it was at the beginning, probably two on the scales, and then after I got out of the swimming pool, it basically went up to 11. It was painful. So anyway, speed up to the actual day. So um me and my mom woke up and um I didn't want to eat. So um I get these tendencies to not eat when I'm panicking or when I'm having an anxiety attack or everything, whatever. So my mom was consistent to go to get something to eat. So I got ticked off. I got so ticked off so bad. So anyway, we went to get something to eat, whatever, and it took about an hour, and no, probably like 30 minutes. But to me, it was an hour, and we drove up to Georgetown, excuse me, hospital, and everything was new for us. Like we never been to Georgetown Hospital. Obviously, we like saw that it was an hospital. So we knew it was an hospital, but we never went to Georgetown Hospital. So we drove, and on the drive there, we actually saw the Force Paranormal Activity house that they had to cut down, and it's the only steps. Yeah. I don't want to tell the story to my, so I would probably ask my mom to basically tell the story. And anyway, like that. But anyway, we drove past the house. Well, now it's only steps. Anyway, so we drove past the steps. It's like probably like literally look like 20 or 30 steps. It's creepy look, whatever. So anyway, we drove past the steps. Anyway, we got to finally got to the hospital, and my nerve was up. I was nervous, I was panicking, I was sweating because how I was panicking. I was having to go to the bathroom. I had the urge to go to the bathroom. My mouth was dry. When everyone panics in their own different way. I panic so much. I have anxiety disorder and I have panic attacks. And I was panicking, and then anyway, we parked the car and we didn't know really what's going. So we accidentally went in. Yeah, so we accidentally went into the ER door, real emergency room, and yeah, emergency room entrance, and I was so freaked out. So it was I was so creeped out, so scared. My anxiety level was skyrocketed at this time. Um, I was nervous. I was actually shaken and failed. And anyway, well, I was so terrified. So anyway, I my mom, no, my mom basically looked at the lump that was right here below my ear, and she said, "Yeah, it's an emergency. We will stay here." And I say, "Oh." So anyway, um, we signed and whatever. We sat down, and it looked like my mom was relaxed. I was scared. My mom was relaxed, like this, looking around, relaxed. I was literally shaking and literally when you nervous, when I'm nervous, I have an urge to puke, throw up, having to go to the bathroom non-stop, hungry but not hungry, yeah, and everything like that. So anyway, I basically say, okay, cool down, Kendra. I basically say, okay, cool down, Kendra. No one inhale. You see the beds over there, but look another way, whatever. So anyway, no matter how much I told myself to calm down, I couldn't. So and then the nurse, it was not the nurse called um my mom after whatever. So my no, I stayed back. I stayed back, and then while my mom was after whatever, this person came in. He looked like he was about 70 years old, 70 years old with and like caregiver or whatever. And the caregiver came in and said that what the man was experiencing, and I'm not going to say everything that the man was experiencing, no, but I just heard he dizzy, and I freaked out. I got so scared because where I was sitting, he came, so it was like my seat was right here and his seat was right here. We was sitting back to each other. I was looking this direction and he was like looking this direction, but we was sitting back to back from each other. I got creeped out. I got the heebie jeebies. Oh my goodness. So it was at this time, it was just hitting 9 o'clock in the morning. 9:00 in the morning. So anyway, they finally got my name, probably like after like 30 minutes. So I got my weight, scratched me her daughter and my whatever, and my mom started talking. So not to be rude, not to be rude, but my mom talks so much. And like I'm like saying in my head, I just want to get over get it over with. That's it. So anyway, the doctor lead us through the ER part, through the part that most freaked me out. So the part that most freaked me out is like the curtains, the beds. I don't know how to explain it, but literally I think all of the hospital part, all of the ER part creeped me out and everything like that. So yeah. So anyway, then we became, they took us to this room and we sat there for literally 30, no, it felt like an hour to 2 hours we were sitting there because I don't like waiting. I can't stand waiting. I can't stand waiting in line at theme parks. I just can't stand waiting. So anyway, um, I we waited for like at least a good solid hour, and my first doctor came in. The first doctor came in, and I said, "Oh, he is fine. Oh, he was so fine too." And he said, "I'm an intern. I'm a student at like this particular school." Not going to say it. He probably not at that school now. But anyway, it was so fun. And he said, "What brings you in today?" And I'm getting started speaking for myself. I mean, in for years, my mom spoke for me because I was afraid of other people not understanding me when I talk, and it gets me upset. But now I getting in that part to talk to myself. Oh my God. I mean talk talk for myself. So anyway, I told him what happened, what wrong, whatever. They took a look in my ear. He took a look in my ear, and he basically said, "I want you to," and I will ask my colleague, "Can we do?" And like, not it's not a CT scan of the ear, but it's in like oh my god, not monogram, no, but what they check if you're pregnant. They put the thing on, don't know, but they put the gel on and put it on the stomach to see the baby. Anyway, they did the same thing to the lump to basically see what it was and everything like that. Everything. So then the nurse doctor just literally did that, and he said, "Okay, I'm going to ask doctors to come in." So the doctors came in, was like 2 more doctors. It was a female doctor and another male doctor that was fine. Oh my god, he was so fine. Anyway, they came in, they checked on the screen, whatever, and then they basically said whether is a basically how what I know it was a bad infection. That's it. They used medical terms that I didn't understand, but I say to add it all up, it's a bad case of ear infection. So anyway, anyway, we went upstairs. Now by this time that I went upstairs, it was 11. So I thought we was almost done. Like, I thought we was literally almost done. Anyway, we went upstairs, waited for literally about 2 hours upstairs, and then we went back. Now, upstairs, we first of all, sorry if this video going to be long, but anyway, we went upstairs for about 2 hours to get sent back downstairs. Excuse me. So now it was 1:45 in the afternoon. So we stayed downstairs in the room that we had for literally about 2 hours. And it was full, and then they came in and it was 40s. I say 40s, I mean 4 doctors, 2 interns, and 2 actual doctors came in, and then they asked us why we was in. We, and then she say, "I know y'all already say why y'all was in, but we have 2 interns, 2 student interns." So anyway, I explained what is wrong with me, whatever. And I mean, what is wrong with my ill. And then one cute boy, not massage it, but like do did this, do like feel whatever. So anyway, I thought that was like anyway, um, so anyway, it was two more doctors that came in. So now it was like 6 doctors inside this little square room. I was getting claustrophobic, so I mean, it was in like decent. It was like in decent sized room, but like, ugh. So anyway, she basically talked. All of them basically talked, literally for like about 30 minutes on what I had, and they was going to get do more tests and everything like that. What's going to happen, whatever. Now, by now, it's 6 in the afternoon, and we went back upstairs, and they brought I went into this room, and they basically say, do not move, whatever you do, do not move. So I started panicking. I started panicking because you get scared when someone say whatever you do, don't move. You get scared. So anyway, I started panicking, and because before the noise came in, I looked at what was on the table, and what was on the table was like a needle, some sort, something that was on the end of the needle that looked like a tube little bit and everything like that. So anyway, the nurse came in, the nurse and the doctor and an intern, and I say, "Am I y'all got a lot of interns?" So I think it was like intern week. I don't know. So anyway, it was like 3 people plus me and my mom that was in the room, and um she say, whatever you do, don't. No, first of all, she say, okay, I'm going to clean your ears a little bit more out. I hated hearing that because I have these, I say in my ear, I have these people touching in my ears, scraping at my ears all day long. It's sore. And she scraped. I say scraped because that's how bad my ear infections are. So she scraped, and I wasn't crying, but I was tearing up because it hurted so bad. And then she say, whatever you do, don't move, don't even flinch. And I say, and then my mom automatically held my hand, let me, let her hold. Anyway, she allowed me to have a hand to hold because, yeah. So anyway, she put that do thing in my ear, I flinched, and she kinda had a problem with that. She said, "I told you not to flinch," and I wasn't crying because of what she was saying. No, I could care less because I'm not saying if someone putting something down your ear and you're awake, you will flinch. Anyway, I was crying because the pain. But it's like, yeah, so anyway, after all of it was done, whatever, it was quarter to like 9 because before this we sat in the lobby for hours. Anyway, we left, and Georgetown Hospital is big, so it took an hour, not closely to 2 hours, for us to finally find our way out. And anyway, and I say hospitals are creepy, but hospitals are more creepy at night. And creepy. So anyway, we left, and it started hurting so bad. But anyway, we left. It was like 12 when we got back home. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, that was the story. Sorry if this video is long. 37 minutes long. Sorry about that. But I hope you all like the video. Like, comment, subscribe.